everyone! Today's makeup tutorial is on this Glam Mermaid Halloween look, which was inspired by Jessica Vu's Ocean Eyes makeup and wanted to do my own twist on it for Halloween. I added these little gems and I like to think of them as bougie barnacles. So if you want to see how I created this look, then just keep on watching. First, I'm starting off with VDL's Lumilayer Primer. I want my skin to look super glowy since I'm trying to be a wet mermaid, and this primer is perfect for that. It gives off a ton of shine. Now I'm using Fenty Beauty's eye primer over my eyelids. For foundation, I'm using Urban Decay's Stay Naked foundation. It's light but has amazing coverage and a beautiful finish. It leaves skin looking like skin, and I think it helps the primer to shine through. Now I'm just going to fill in my brows real quick. I forgot I wanted to wear some contacts for this look, so I'm throwing on some gray contacts right now. I'll link the ones that I'm wearing down below. I'm going to do a light set on my face with Laura Mercier's Glow Setting Powder. This will help me get that glowy finish I want too. I'm just using the brush and doing a quick sweep across my face. Now I'm using this Tarte eye highlighter pen to sketch out the face makeup. It's a nude color, so it'll be easier to hide under the shadows later. I'm going to go through this part pretty quickly because Jessica does a really good job of explaining how to create the look, so go check out her video if you want a more in-depth tutorial. I just followed the shape she did on her face, so I don't really have a thought process to share with you on why I create these squigglies the way that I did. Now I'm taking a light pink shade and applying that over certain parts of the curves or waves. You can play around with different brushes to see what works best for you. I started off with the e.l.f. defining eye brush and then used a dense round brush from Luxie to pack on more color. It also helps me blend out the nude color from the pencil we used earlier. I'm taking a brighter pink shade now on a Luxie small angle brush and going over the curves to define them and add some dimension. Switching to the Karity Unicorn Dreams Palette now, I'm taking this seafoam green color and applying it to the remaining curves, making sure to blend it in with the pink where the colors meet. I also put it next to the pink in some areas. Next, I'm using these two blue shades from Karity's matte palette to add some more dimension to the look. First, I'm using the sky blue over the seafoam color. Then with the darker blue, I'm using it to define the curves and make them pop more. Here I'm using an angled liner brush, but I also used my fingers to diffuse the color when it came out a little bit too strong. Now I'm using some concealer to do a cut crease and clean up the eye look. Then with white face paint, I'm going to define some of the curves a bit more. You can also use white liner to do this. I also tried to add some splashes or seafoam, but this blending brush was not the best tool for it, so it just kind of blurred together. With this contour shade, I'm going to apply just a little bit to my eye socket area to give it some definition and color. Then with a brown liquid liner, I'm going to draw a winged line. This liner didn't end up sitting really well. I think it's because I forgot to set the primer with a base color. So here I'm just applying some brown eyeshadow to kind of fix it and fill in some sparse areas. Now I'm applying my false lashes. I'm using the Ardell Wispies. Now using Fenty Beauty Sun Stalker Bronzer, I'm going to contour my face, and you'll want to be extra careful around the rest of your makeup so you don't blend them away. For blush, I'm using the pink eyeshadow color so it helps to tie the look together and makes it cohesive. For highlighter, I'm using Sigma's Chroma Glow palette. I thought the shades were perfect for this mermaid look. I also applied it to my collarbone just for funsies. For my inner corner eye highlight, I like to use this one from Charlotte Tilbury. It just really pops. For lip color, I'm going with a favorite of mine, this light pink shade called Magic Hour from M Cosmetics. After that, I decided to go back in with white face paint and add more seafoam. This time I used my fan brush, which worked much better, and just applied it to areas around my face, on and off of the ocean waves. This is what it looks like so far, but we're not done. I'm going to be applying these little gems and other ocean-themed embellishments to my face. That's what it says on the packaging. I'm using lash glue to hold all the pieces on my face, and I find it easiest to apply the glue directly onto your face first, and it's better to use dabbing motions instead of swiping so you don't mess up the seafoam. So these are actually nail art decorations that I found at the nail supply store. It was $12, which wasn't too bad. You can try finding these at your nail supply store or on Amazon if you have time. Sorry, I know this tutorial came out a little bit late for Halloween, but yes, I'm basically placing all of these individual pieces to my face. I won't show you all of that though, just for time's sake, because it did take a little while. Now I'm adding more seafoam on the edges of the gems. And this is what it looks like with all the gems on, but we're still not done. I wanted to do more to complete the look. I'm going to use Patrick Ta's body oil to make the rest of my skin glow. Then I added more seafoam spots on my neck and collarbone because I wanted to add more gems there. This part was a little bit tricky because of the body oil. It made my skin oily and the glue didn't work as well, but eventually I made it work and here is the final look. I really love how it turned out. The gems really did it. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial, and if you recreate it, please tag me. I'd love to see. I also did a dark Halloween twist on this look where I'm a mermaid that got caught on a hook. So if you want to watch that, I'll link it in the info card and description box below. Have a fun Halloween, everyone. Be safe, and I'll see you in my next video.